everyone. Good to see you. Casper first again today, mate. Brilliant. Love it. That's 2 in a row now. Well done. Maggie, I knew you'd look forward to this one. I'm sure Danny's really looking forward to hearing from you as well. I can see him Cheshire catting right now. Hi, Laura. Is Alex here? Pro intro, thank you. Cheers, Dean. How are you keeping? I'm always looking forward to this, Maggie. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you. I love the fact that everyone's like saying hi, everyone, and we've turned a little community of people in like that just say hello to each other and, you know, check in with each other and stuff. Ben's in the house. How you doing? Ben Arcutt, he was on the show not so long ago. It's good to see you. Sam, Ben, and Wendy here. Nice. How you doing, guys? What you should do is you should all log in on different devices, but just watch on one, and then that way, obviously, my count goes up. I mean, I'm not telling you how to use the internet, but it definitely helps me out. Bumps the numbers up, you know? I mean, I've got like 20 devices in the house running at once right now, watching me. Alex is in the shower. Just say, that's okay, guy, to him. So what's everyone been doing on this fine Saturday? Is it Saturday? Yes, it is. It's been a lovely day today. Because I've just got loads done. You know, when you write a list of stuff and jobs and stuff that you want to achieve in the day, and it kind of usually overfaces you and you don't actually get it all done. Today, we smashed it. We got loads done. Although soundcheck with Danny was really funny because it was just, well, first of all, it was an hour late. And then he just rang me up and he messaged me just saying, oh, I've just woke up from a nap. I'm really tired, mate. So he must be knackered from all that travelling and that. And then he tried to get stuff going, and it was like he was trying to hack into the Matrix. He was like, I've almost got there. I mean, I wasn't the most perfect impression of him, but it was close. He's got his hand in his head for shame for me, or he's just thinking, oh man. I'll be honest, the new song has taken a bit of a back burner, mainly because I'm working on multiple projects with other artists and stuff. I've obviously got Jackson Lake's album, and then I'm also mixing Gina McCann's album and working on the Last Minutes EP. So kind of my music always takes a bit of a backseat, but it will happen. I think maybe it's something that we can discuss tomorrow in the meeting, you know, the Sunday meeting, when we're all together and I don't have a guest, we can work out the best way of doing it. Okay, I'm going to play a really old City of Lights song. I am learning new covers as well. Because OK Alaska, which is myself, Ben, and Alex, and Becca, and Sarah, we're going to start doing some like lockdown covers, lockdown videos. So that's another thing that's taking up a bit of time. But I've just got to prioritise. I've just got to make sure that I don't burn myself out, you know. Right, I'm going to rattle through this song and then get Danny on, because I know Maggie is absolutely dying to see him. I wonder if Mel's here. I've lost my way, I've lost my faith, and I don't know what it was. And I will spend my whole life on the road, 'cause I don't believe or trust in anyone. And I know that the sky is the limit. It's hard to believe it with the smoke in the mirrors and war. And this is war, and we're fighting each other. We're the ones who will suffer from the greed of another. And there's more to life than meets the eye. So don't give up, don't give up on us. On us. I'm gonna have to do it again. This microphone is absolutely knackered. And I will spend my whole life on the road, 'cause I don't believe or trust in anyone. I've said the wrong words. And I know that the sky is the limit. It's hard to believe it with the spirit. This is war, and we're fighting each other. We're the ones who will suffer from the greed of another. And there's more to life than meets the eye. So don't give up, don't give up on us, on us. And there's more to life than meets the eye. So don't give up, don't give up on us, on us. From the greed of another. And there's more to life than meets the eye. So don't give up, don't give up on us, on us. And there's more to life than meets the eye. So don't give up, don't give up on us, on us. Thank you, Wembley. Right, I need to buy a new mic stand, or at least just use one of my other ones. This one is knackered. Sarah, good to see you. See, you guys know where it's at. You're in exactly the same house, but you're running on both devices. Hi, Guy. And for those that you don't know, that's Alex. Hi, Guy. And you got to do the Forrest Gump wave. Wow. Either we've just had a big increase of people joining the stream, or everyone's just got multiple devices on the go. But I did expect this one to be a good one, because Danny Landau is an absolute legend. And I know he'll be getting a lot of love tonight. And people will be asking him all kinds of questions and wanting to know where he is and what he's doing and whether he's still playing and whatnot. So... okay, I'm just trying to read some of the comments. I'm going to jump right into it and bring on the main man. Are you ready, Danny? Bloody born ready, innit? Here we go. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. That casted that brought some serious memories back, that song.
Yeah, mate. Just reminds me of playing God knows how many shows together and playing all the dive bars and all the you know, yeah. It
Yeah, no,
did.
it was. I was singing. I was definitely singing some of the sort of echo.
The harmonies and stuff.
Yeah, the
Man.
harmonies and all that stuff. I remember doing that quite a
Yeah,
lot.
man.
So it was a good choice of song to start that one off with. It's nice
Well, I
to see
just
some familiar names and faces here as well.
absolutely, I know. Yeah, Maggie's been waiting for this for. Well, I sent her a message about it a few days ago, and then she was just like, and then I don't think that gasp has stopped until today.
Oh, come on, Maggie. No, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and
It has, man.
it's great to see Gary here as well, and some
Yeah,
of the boys,
yeah,
Ben
man.
Arcott, Sam,
Ben,
and Wendy and the crew as well. So
yeah,
yeah,
man. You're
awesome.
definitely missed, mate. Honestly, around the community that we have here, and you know,
No,
along with me, I miss you as well. But I know that a lot of people do miss you.
thanks.
So
I
what's
appreciate it. It was quite a big part of that, especially when we sort of got on the scene together.
yeah, man.
And like you said, when we was doing all them shows, we did a lot of things. So met some good
I,
people through you. So yes,
I'm trying to
miss
remember
you
how it
all.
all came about. I was trying to work out because there's just so much. We did a lot. Like we not only
Yeah.
did we do shows that I was putting on with you guys, but I'm trying to work out what came first. Was it the City of Lights gigs, like gig swaps that we used to do, or
Yeah.
was it, because obviously you had a really big pull in Hull, and we had a pretty good following in Leeds, so we obviously helped each other out, and we would do like like what you call gig swaps.
I think was it through like how did that originally happen? Was it through Rich from 360 Club? Is that something to do with it?
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been. I'm not sure. I know we've
That,
done stuff at the 360 Club as well together. I don't know. I just couldn't work out because it's just all a bit of a blur. I can't work out where it started.
well, I can't help you with that one, bro.
Well, it's obviously as much of a blur for you as it is me because you can't answer the freaking question. When did it start?
I'm not entirely sure. It's all a bit of a blur for me, to be honest.
Oh man. Right.
A long time ago, eh? A long
Yeah.
time ago is the answer.
They were really good times, man. They were really cool.
They were the best times, yeah, 100%.
And Ben Freer's here. Ben Freer's just
good old Benji.
Oh no, Ben. Right. So how is it? How are you? What are you doing?
I took a massive detour in the musical side of things because obviously when the band split up, we had I was devastated, to be honest. It was obviously a massive you know it's like when bands sort of don't work out, and you put a lot of effort into creating something, and especially the sort of going the long hard way like we did. And like as in like us we were on the same sort of page band wise, going out there and just trying to fucking
Just
play
do
to
it.
as many people as possible,
Yeah.
whether it be 1 or 1,000.
Yeah.
And you build up that following. So it was really difficult for me when it all sort of fell apart, for one reason or the other. I mean, a lot of it was down to that we were so busy. So we got so busy that obviously at the same point, then you have to sort of balance your normal job between being that busy, and sometimes unfortunately for some people it's not possible. So so that was sort of how that disappeared in the short form. But I basically went to work on super yachts, and I was fortunate enough to have a captain that played the guitar, which then let me play the guitar, and then they end up getting me to play for all the guests. So when we have people come on board, families and what have you, they sort of give me the heads up and the time's right, and I head into the corner of the deck with the guitar and start singing cover songs mainly, to be honest. Which is all good. I do. It keeps me playing. I think if I wouldn't have done that, I would have probably stopped playing a lot more. But I'm just, it's very satisfying for me. Like I told you earlier, when you can hear the whole sound of every, of the whole band there and all the harmonies there and stuff like that. When you were singing that song, I couldn't help but sing them little bits of harmony that I'm so used to hearing when you play it. And so a lot of my songs are written for a band, and they're very difficult to transpose over to just an acoustic. So I think that sort of I think that sort of helped to stop my songwriting because one, I like to, if I write something, I like to think that I'm going to do something with it, and I've got a very sort of straight line, of where I'm going to go with it. If I want to do it, it's either all or nothing for me. So
yeah, I've got you.
So, but at least it kept me playing and stuff like that. I meet some people on the way. I've had like MC Hammer and his family sat around the table, and I'm sat there in the background whacking out Stand By Me's, stuff like that. It's fun, and it keeps me playing. But I am still doing some songwriting. Luckily, Gary. Remember Gary, the bass player?
Oh yeah.
So Gary's still got his studio, which is the studio that we recorded 45 in, and he's been great with me. Every time I go back home, I record a new song. I do have a few songs that I'm actually currently putting onto Spotify, but that just so they're there, because I feel like it's a bit of a waste if I don't put them on something. So, but yes, I'm still doing writing music, but just in a slightly different situation.
So tell me, when you were, because obviously whilst you were away working and stuff, did it grind to a halt because of the coronavirus, or did you finish a season or whatever it is you were doing by that point, anyways?
Hi Joanne, by the way, saw that little comment there. Hope you're all well. Yeah, so for me, it didn't. I was very, very lucky because with this whole virus thing, I actually broke my 2 bones in my leg.
Oh, okay, of course.
And
how lucky of you!
Yeah, I was fortunate enough not to get stuck in America. So they flew me home. I've had a big operation on my leg, and I put my foot through a wooden pallet, getting off the boat in the Bahamas, and ended up with a pretty nasty scenario. So they flew me home, and then that's when the virus just sort of hit. So at that point, the boat is stuck in the States. They can't go anywhere, and I'm stuck here. Which is, I'm not complaining. I've been able to write music, like you said.
That's what I was going to say. So is that now going to be a bit of a catalyst for you to be able to write again and maybe potentially look at, because I think, I mean, obviously I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever you've got to do to fulfill.
I like it when you tell me what to do. You used to tell me what to do, and I still enjoy it.
Good. Okay, let's do that then. This is teach Danny a thing or two. But in the time that we're in right now, streaming is the future. Like right
this
now.
Is totally new for me. Yeah, I've never.
So you should jump on this, before. Start streaming every single day, or as and when you can, and then when you go off and you do your boat holidays and stuff, you can continue to do it, and then you're still building your platform because people care, man. People want to see you play. People want to hear your songs, and then that might give you the purpose that you were looking for to actually focus and finish material and not play all the covers.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and it's I absolutely love what you're doing, and you've never stopped, and I don't think you ever will stop.
Well,
and I love this, the setup and scenario that you put yourself in now, so that you can keep sort of creating and help other people create as well, which is it's very satisfying. And it's a lot of responsibility capturing somebody's perfect tune on a record, which I'm sure you're extremely good at, and we'll have to sort of investigate that further down the line.
Definitely.
But yeah, so it's helped me. It's helped me sort of, for the fact we're all stuck indoors trying to find things to do, and I picked up my guitar, and I've been trying to write the same song for the last 3 years. It's taken me 3. That's right. If everybody's listening, it's taken me 3 years to write a song. It's one of those very difficult writing a song, because whenever you need to do it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So and it's not often I'm sat in a space where I can really relax, especially when I'm on the yacht and stuff. It's a very small, confined area. So it's been good, and I've actually finished the song, and I think I finished writing the middle 8 for it about 20 seconds before I came live on here. So as usual, Matt Dunwell, I've left everything till last minute.
3 years to the second.
Literally to the second. Yeah, I said, right, I've got to have at least a new tune to play, and
nice.
I've got my
so you're gonna play? Are you playing that first? What were you planning on doing? Are you gonna ease into something, or are you gonna just jump right into it and get it over with?
I'll probably just jump right into it, and I'll probably, while people are on and stuff as well, I'll probably start with 45 first, because that's one probably I'm sure a couple of people want to hear. And then I shall give this one a crack. Fingers
Sick.
crossed and toes and all the rest of them.
I think we should jump into a song anyways, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Whether it is that one or if you're going to play 45, I think maybe warming up to it is not a bad idea, especially if you only finished writing it 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, I've got some scribbles.
Yeah.
You know, this is a great way of testing it out.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
start with 45, and hopefully everybody will like it. And for those who don't know, enjoy.
Great.
If there's something that you need, or if there's something that you like, you can fight it in the grave. So come 45. 45 are reasons to believe. 45 are reasons to get high. 45 are ways to stay alive. 45 reasons in the night. Think you got the best of me. There's nothing you can take from me. Calling you out at your last shoulder. The roof wheels in fire. Well, if you can't find your way, nothing left on today. Hanging up for tomorrow for 45 days. 45 a wish you'll make it right. 45 a wish start a fire. 45 reasons in the night. 45 ways denied. You got the best of me. There's nothing you can take from me. Calling you out at your last shoulder. So rope wheels in fire. Well, you think you got the best of me. Well, there's nothing you can take from me. Calling you out at your last shoulder. So rope wheels in fire. Oh, I can take you anywhere. Well, all these people stop and stare. Oh, you got the best of me. There's nothing you can take away from me. I'll get you out at your last shout. And it's your own wheels in fire. You think you got the best of me. And something you can take away from me. Calling you out at your last shout. Two wheels in fire.
Woo! Yeah, boy.
How we sounded?
Great.
Awesome.
Sounds nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Well, I thought, if it's just hopefully that's spiked a few memories for you as well.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. I was proper rocking out. I've always loved that little random push, the little time signature where it goes into that riff just before, like, this, I think it's the second verse or maybe the second chorus. I can't remember, but it does like a pause and it like goes.
Yeah.
So sick every time,
Yeah, man.
and it always catches me out as well because I expect it to come in on the beat, but it's great. I love it. And then I was doing all the woes. I love the woes, mate. Like I remember because Danny Landau, the Danny Landau band was renowned for the wars, and City of Lights was renowned for the Danas.
Yeah,
You know,
totally. Yeah.
it's about as far as our lyrical genius goes. You do wars
Sound
and I do
syllables.
Daz. Oh,
That's
dear.
so true. Though that is
Yeah.
actually so true. I've been, I've said that to myself a few times. I've picked up on that, and definitely there's way too many words in
You
a lot
can't
of
ever
my
have
songs.
too many, mate. Honestly, you're fine. You're fine. If anything, I would say you need a few more.
I mean, now you've pointed it out, I've actually realised that there's a load more in the next two songs I'm going to
Oh,
play as
sick! I'm
well.
glad. I mean, I might have to play a song that just involves the most amount of Dars that I've got, because that literally every other song had like something that just goes Dana. Na. I had a song called Dana, which was called Dana because
I
it's
know Dana, yeah.
Dana, Dana na na. Anyway, but yeah, that's I find that funny. That City of Lights was renowned for that, and you were renowned for your words.
It's a good hook, though, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
good hook. It's something that it's easy to remember.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
sometimes you can't make all the words out of people when they're singing at gigs,
Yeah.
can you?
That's it.
So it's an easy hook, easy way out.
So, any plans to when all this blows over? Are you likely to go straight back to work on the yacht, or are you planning on maybe doing a gig, maybe do something live? What's
You
your
know
plan?
what? A couple of people have asked me, and I do get asked quite a lot. When will I play again, and if I'll play again, and it's it's quite a sensitive subject for me, because obviously, like, sort of going back to the amount of effort and stuff you put into it, and as much as I love performing, I do sometimes find it difficult to perform without a reason, if that makes sense. So if I'm gigging again, I want to have everything else to back it up.
Got you.
Somewhere people can follow the music, somewhere people can see you, and it's if you're doing it, for me, it's like I said, it's an all or nothing thing, and I think that's why I sort of avoid playing originals when I'm playing for these guests and stuff like that, because it's because I play covers, and it's a real funny one for me. I will do a few gigs. I would like to do a few gigs, and to answer your question, that if I'm around for long enough to be able to do a gig or two, I certainly will do. But there is a point where I would like to get back into it in some shape or form. Whether it's helping other people, like what you're doing, helping people sort of write music, or playing alongside other people. But you always write your own songs. But yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming
I do. I 100% understand, because when City of Lights kind of got to the crossroads, because basically we're not a band anymore. Like, we haven't been a band for like over 3 years nearly.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, no one really, because we never announced it. That's not like an official statement, by the way, people. It's just, it's literally like it just ran its course. Like, there was no real reason for us to make a big thing of it, because it just did its thing. But it took me a while to just to kind of maybe give you some context, or shed a little bit of maybe a helping hand for you. It took me a while to realize that it doesn't necessarily always need to be all or nothing to fulfill the need of performing and whatnot.
I get that. Yeah, I totally get that.
It took me a long time to learn that. Like, and it's more so now than ever that I'm playing a little more. Like, obviously I'm playing online and stuff, and I'm now more excited about playing in front of people and that kind of thing. So I think small steps, little bit every day kind of thing, rather than like trying to get where you got to and expect it to happen like that. It won't happen. And I'd be naive to think that it'd be the same for whatever project I take on next.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but it's I think there are a lot of people that like love you, man, and like love your music and stuff. And obviously, it has to be right for you. Top and bottom line of it, it has to be something that you want to do. But I feel like you could potentially fulfill.
I totally agree, and I do think that it's right time, right place, and like you said, it's right for you. I've been, I work away at the moment. I do get the pleasure of still being able to play music. Yeah, I would love to be in a position where I was able to perform, locally and sort of branch out from there. As it basically get back from scratch. I mean, never be
Yeah.
from straight from scratch, but
No.
it's been in a situation to come home. I find that when I'm working away, I work for like 4 months. I'll come home for a month, and I'm back for 4 months again. If I come home and I'll do a gig in that, or two gigs in that 1 month that I'm home, it gives me the worst musical bug or worst musical itch ever, because I'll go back to the boat just being like, oh man, I can't. I wish I could continue to do that, and build on that. So at the moment, I'm not in a my sort of frame of mind is I'm not in a position to set foot on that road again yet.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be like last time. I'm sure that if you would agree that we probably wouldn't survive anything.
I don't think we would.
I
definitely wouldn't. No way. I don't think I would.
But there's certainly something I can do and I want to do. So hopefully there'll be a few songs going up by the end of the week on Spotify.
By the end of the week. So we've gone from potentially never hearing from you again to there's going to be some songs in a week's time on Spotify. That's sick.
I've got like I said, this Gary I've been recording with every time I come home. He's got a load of my songs and we're just ready, waiting to put them up. It's all solo stuff that I've written since sort of post Danny Landau band, and they will be up there. And I just feel like they're wasted if they're not up there, and I feel like it's taking me way too long to get them up there. So it's more sort of just to get them up and so people can listen.
So, like when you say these are like solo, have you added elements of production, or is it as stripped back as you and your guitar?
No, and that's it's never going to be as stripped back as just.
I just be interested to hear it in whatever form it is you've put it in. I'm just interested.
I'll send you a couple across. Hopefully they'll be on Spotify by the end of the week. Nice. But they're basically like I said, my songs are written very much for live performance and more than just me. Yeah. So the actual recordings is a band. Is a band sort of setup. There is production in there as well, but I'm just basically playing all the instruments. Nice. So I don't have anybody else to rely on.
Yeah.
So no one to argue with.
So also what you're saying is the next time you're on tour, you're going to be a one-man band with a drum kit strapped to your back, cymbals on your knees and whatnot.
That's basically what I do on the boat.
I was to be fair, like mate, honestly, you the amount of energy that you used to give on stage, you literally may as well have had like multiple cymbals and stuff attached to you, because you stomped your foot and like nearly put your foot through the stage, and like, man, you used to be absolutely crazy. I loved it. There's such high energy.
Yeah, I remember breaking a few floorboards, that's for sure.
Yeah, man.
But I think also that sort of brings a lot across when I'm playing on the yachts, because I started playing by myself and I got so bored. Like I'm just like, this isn't a big enough sound for me, and I need to sound bigger than what I am. I'm not satisfied with just me and my guitar. So then I'd spoken to the captain. I said, look, can I buy some more equipment? And next thing I know, I've got a cajon. So I'm sat on a cajon, and then I went and bought a reverse kick pedal. So I'm sat on playing the guitar, sat on a cajon and playing the kick pedal with a reverse beater on the cajon. And that wasn't enough for me. So then I bought a side kick snare drum. And then I've got a beater with a drumstick on, and I've got a snare drum on my other foot.
Have you got a stick on the end of your guitar? You got a stick on the end of your guitar hitting snare, so you'd be like, you're not doing that, are you?
I mean, it's not far off, to be fair. I'll have to send you a.
Mate,
it's not a comedy show. It actually sounds really good.
Coming in massive clown shoes.
Yeah, so that's sort of me. That's sort of my musical brain sort of trying to do as many things at once as I physically can without sounding like I'm boring, basically.
That doesn't sound boring to me, mate. It sounds really interesting, actually. I'd love to see that. Have you got any videos of that?
Yeah, there's I think that I'll send you one across. There's one on my Facebook somewhere that one of the crew took of me. Great. It's actually a really good setup, and I'm actually teaching the crew. One of the girls who's on the boat already is a really good singer, so she does 2-part harmonies with me. We sing together.
Nice.
She's really good. and I'm just in the middle of teaching the chief engineer how to play bass. So I'm very slowly turning the crew into a band.
That's great. No one's going to be like manning the ship or anything, or they're literally going to be just going straight towards, I don't know, rocks and stuff, and you're going to be having the best time playing music. It's going to be Titanic all over, the final song.
Down with the ship, dude. Down with the ship, for sure.
Well, there's your band name.
Yeah, well, we've actually called the band that we play as, or the name that we play as, Under the Covers, which I thought was quite appropriate.
Very good.
Basically covers.
Yeah.
I play a couple of my own every now and then, but when the mood's right.
Yeah.
Do you
ever say that was my own, or do you just sort of let it lie and do its thing?
I generally only really sort of play my own stuff unless people ask for it. Not that they're asking, oh my god, someone in the South Italy. Oh, I've heard of you. Danny Landau. That never has happened. Never. But sometimes I'll play a few covers and they ask if I've got any original stuff, and I'll put one in there, just to see how it goes down. But another reason is it goes back to what I was saying. If I play another, I'm playing in front of some very, very, very wealthy people. With a lot, and most of them have got a lot of contacts. They're all built their empires from networking, and that's how they've got so much money. And it'd only take one of them to sort of get an interest in it. If I played one of my own songs, and they liked it, then I need a platform or somewhere where they can find them songs and they can listen to them songs. And that's what I sort of, going back to what I was saying, not to repeat myself, but that's another reason why I don't play my original stuff, because if I haven't got anything to back it up digitally or like I used to, because obviously I used to, I don't now, then there's not really much point in me doing it, because I'd rather not do it than tell somebody that they can't listen to it again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So if I get these new songs up, that'll cure that problem, and at least people have some place to hear some new bits and bobs from me. So nice. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming. I've been so lazy. I'm so sorry.
It literally, it's really strange speaking to you though, mate. It literally doesn't feel like we've had any time apart. It feels like we're just on tour again or whatever else. That doesn't feel like it's been a hell of a long time, like years, mate. It's been
6 years, maybe more, something like that. Yeah.
So, well.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I woke up the other day with a COVID-19 haircut. See that?
Nice. I've got mine as well. My lockdown locks.
Oh yeah, is that what you call them?
Is that what you call that?
I couldn't get one, unfortunately. I didn't have any in the shop.
Mate, can we hear this new song of yours?
Yeah, let's give it a blast. And you've made me feel a lot better about myself if I do end up forgetting the lyrics as well. What,
because I fucked up my own song?
Yeah.
One that I've been singing about, I don't know, God knows how many years.
Yeah, you have actually. You've been singing I forgot 45 loads of times.
But to be fair, I only did that just to make you feel good. I didn't do it for any other reason than that. Just so then you know that it's all right to make a few mistakes along the way.
You're only saying that because you knew that I would probably make a few mistakes on the way. So that'll make me feel all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. If anyone has got any questions for Danny, please get them in the comments.
There you go. There's your first mistake. Just pull my lead out.
That's all good. If anyone's got any questions for Danny, please get them in the comments. If you're also new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. If you're already subscribed, thanks. But yeah, let's hear this new song of yours, Danny.
All right, it's called "Changing Lives." Started alright, left on a high for 100 times. You said that you'd never leave, so you stayed for 1,000,000 nights. You went away for the weekend and came back on the Saturday. Now that everyone's leaving, You always find something you have to say. You're free to fall when you're holding on signs you never lie. And it burns so bright, turning darkness into light. And these people need saving. Now that everything's changing. Oh, before locked in your homes, never alone, the shit just don't feel right. The world is constantly changing. You won't survive if you don't start it far. I know that you could be sleeping, but we both don't have the energy. I'm standing outside, can you see me? You're coming back from me. You're free to fall when you're holding on side of the light. Your body's so bright, turning darkness into light. Now everything's changing. These people need saving. Oh, I don't care what you said, told you everything will be alright. I'm telling you the truth. You won't survive if you don't start a fight. But you know you're not alone when you're locked away inside your homes. And can we change it? Can we change it? When you're free to go, when you're holding on sides, you never lie. Burn so bright, turning darkness into light. And everything's changing. Now it's people need saving. Woo! Jesus, that was a test.
Nice work, man.
How was that?
Love
Was
it.
that all right?
Yeah, it was great.
Wicked. Oh,
You
it's
would've
taken me
thought-
3 years to the day to write that.
Well,
Literally to the last second.
If you hadn't have told me that was a new song, it would have sounded as well rehearsed as 45. It sounded great.
Wow. Oh, thanks
man.
very much. I appreciate that. Wicked. I'm going to get that bad boy recorded next, I think.
Yeah, mate, definitely.
Get out of the system.
I
definitely felt myself stamping my foot there. I
Did
really
you?
hope the next door neighbours are kicking off right now.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm glad Maggie's chimed in now. She said she loved that. It was ace. I thought she might have passed out because she's been really quiet in the comments. I thought she might have it might have all been a little too much. So she might have just, but she's all right. She's still with us.
Thanks everybody as well for the comments. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So we have a few questions in the comments. Who are your musical heroes?
That's a really, really easy one for me. I would go straight with like Mark Knopfler and Freddie Mercury.
Brilliant.
And a couple of family members. And that's
that's a good segue to the next question then. Let's see. So has basically someone I think this is during the conversation of when we were saying about like you've just got to do it for yourself, that kind of thing. Michael said it's got to be in your blood because you could tell in the way you sing. Has music been in your family?
Yeah, 100%. I'd probably say that's the only reason that I got into music. So sort of half of my family was hardcore Irish folk musicians. I mean, used to go around to my grandma's house and there was whistles and borans and accordions and all sorts just going on all the time. And they were a really successful sort of folk band, basically sort of an Irish musical traveling gypsy sort of vibe family. I'm sure somewhere down the line. So that was a massive part of for a few generations of sort of my Irish side. And then my dad's side is very all musical as well. I think my cousin plays piano and guitar for Ben Howard.
Nice.
So
he's doing that now.
Yeah. He's a session
Sick.
musician for him, so he's recording his new album with him at the moment.
Nice.
All of my family play instruments to a certain extent, except for my mother. So yeah, it's very, very much in my blood. And I was fortunate enough, to have somebody like my dad to show me 4 chords, and then I think he'd been playing for 30 years or something, and taught me 4 chords, and I spent the rest of my time teaching him.
So that also answers Imi's question. She asked, "What got you into music in the first place?" And I'm assuming that was,
it's going to be a really sort of honest answer for me with that one, and it's going to be the Backstreet Boys.
Really?
No, I'm not even.
You can't throw a curveball like
joking.
that.
I'm not even joking.
Come off it. You've got all this like musical history in your family, and you're saying the Backstreet Boys got you in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
No. I'll tell you why I'm saying the Backstreet Boys is I used to play guitar, right, and when I was younger, and they're what got me into singing. Because as much as it is sort of cheesy pop and all stuff like that, I mean, obviously been a very, very young age, be sort of 28, 29, they've got some incredible harmonies, and they got me sort of singing, and then I figured out that I could sing and play the guitar at the same time, and that's how it started. I mean, I very quickly sort of lost my taste for the Backstreet Boys, although I probably know all of the lyrics to every song now. Not doing myself any favors whatsoever. Tell me why. There you go.
Nothing
Oh god, we're doing it. We're doing it. Just tell me why. As much as I do have some proper influences, sort of listening to that poppy 90s stuff as I grew up, it really got my head twisted into having, being able to sing harmonies and physically just being able to sing it to anything. And I did sort of pick up a lot from that sort of pop singing bands that are around at the time, as cheesy as they are, but they did sort of program my brain into sort of figuring out harmonies. And if anyone knows the Danny Landau band, that was a lot what it was like. We had 4 singers, at once singing the same thing, and it's all sort of programmed from being brought up around harmonies, basically listening to them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then you've obviously got your folk influence from your family and stuff in there and whatnot. Great. I love it. That's a great answer. Brilliant.
Yeah. Cool. I've never told anyone that before. So.
Oh, well, there you go. So that's an exclusive.
A bit shy about it.
Exclusive. Casper asked, and there's a word in here that I'm not entirely sure. What would you say encapsulates our current situation? What song would you say encapsulates our current situation? I'm assuming that says encapsulates. I can't really read.
It does say encapsulates, yeah.
Yes, high
Can
five.
you just pop it into Google and just give us the definition of it?
I think defines, maybe what song would you say defines our current situation? Is that what he means by that?
I think that is what he means, yeah. And I would probably I heard a really, really good sort of revamp of Adele Hello, and it went something like hello from the inside, and it was a really good version, and I recommend probably listening to that. That hits the nail on the head.
Yeah,
it's called Hello from the Inside.
Hello from the Inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I love that.
That's really good, actually. Just a burger with cheese. It's done really well.
Is that the one with the guy stood up his window? And
yeah, it's that one. Yeah, it's that one.
It's great, is that?
It's great, isn't it? Don't you think?
Oh god.
Oh, that is the answer to that question, I reckon. Sure.
I love it.
He's literally dragging his hand down the window.
That definitely defines / encapsulates the times that we're in right now.
Yeah. Hello from the inside.
Yeah, man. Love it. Right. I run over on this show every single night, and I'm really trying to become better at it. So we've got 10 minutes. We've got 10 minits left. I would really like to hear your final song, and then we can get any final comments and stuff before we wrap things up. I've had a really great time hanging out with you tonight, mate, and I think everyone in the comments has. So if you have got any questions get them in the comments soon, because we are going to start wrapping up. And yeah, take it away. Right. Just
if you could just keep your mic on, because I'd like to see you singing some of the backing harmonies. I know you're going to do it.
Oh, but the problem is the latency. But
You're
I'll do my
joking? We
best.
can actually do it together.
No, we can't. I might pop in. We'll see. I'll see you in a minute.
This one's called Soul on Fire.
I'm doing it.
Oh. First, there you go. Start with the whoa. 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 Ah. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Ah. Yeah. The first time I laid eyes and I could feel you. You set my soul on fire. And I'd do anything I could to be near you. The heat from the fire is getting high. And I could see you sitting there inside your head. When you're sitting in those clear and wonder eyes. Why is it so easy just to talk to you? And I could listen to it all again another 1,000 times. Oh, before the end of the night you said my soul on fire. Well, the winter cold, I walk you home tonight. Like a light or a spark could feel like a match inside the dark. And we cannot, should not let this fire die. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 ah, yeah. Oh, 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 ah, yeah. Gradually, more and more started talking. You set my soul on fire. Long before I realized I never knew. I said, anybody ever told you what you got is hard to find? So you will pick up your dancing shoes and move to the dance floor. And everybody always knew that it was gonna be a crazy night. I think I finally found what I was looking for. The heat from the fire still getting high. Oh, before the end of the night you set my soul on fire. Well, in the winter cold, I'll walk you home tonight. Like a light or a spark will feel like a match inside the dark room. We cannot, should not let this fire die. Time better move fast. I'm sure they can wait. Because strong it doesn't matter, cause it's all it is to stay. Close your eyes and make sure we'll survive. When I get there, I'll burst open. You tell me alive. Oh, before the end of the night, you set my world so on fire. In the winter cold, I'll walk home tonight. Like a light or a spark can feel like a match inside the darkness. We cannot, should not ever break it. Everywhere I travel, nobody the same, even a little bit. You cannot, should not let this fire die. Boom. Oh, banging.
Yeah.
I feel much better after that.
Mate, that were well good. And the thing is you were so into it and you were having such a good time playing it. You didn't even see me come on screen.
No, I've got this thing where I
popped me on screen.
eyes.
I was dancing and I was woeing, and then I thought he's not even looking at me, so I left.
Sorry, bro. I was
no, it's fine.
I had you here.
No, whatever.
So,
question. We'll run through the few questions that we had just to wrap up the show, and then we'll have any final words. Where is it? It was Matt. Could you ask Danny what advice would you give to a new musician trying to make it?
I mean that's a cracking question. It's probably the most. I find there's two types of people. There's people who want to be in bands and play with friends and sort of, and then there's people who really want to do it. And if you are one of them people, it has to be an all or nothing commitment. You really have to sacrifice a lot of time. Obviously now with all the media platforms and stuff, it's a full-time job keeping on top of your social media side of things, and as much as it is gigging and songwriting, and if you can keep on top of that and keep refreshing, keep putting out new stuff, keep writing new stuff, keep having new things to talk about, But keep hitting the gigs hard. On the other side of things, because it's not all about social media. Although you can build a massive following through just being on the internet. As a musician, it's good practice just to keep. I like to keep a bit of that sort of old school approach to it, as well as sometimes I'm sure we played way too many gigs. And when crowds start reducing in the same place, that you play too many. But it's important to have a balance between the two. But to keep on top of it and to manage it, all the time. And it can be. I remember when I was doing it, I was always I had things ready to go. If somebody sent us an ad or a friend request, straight away, boom, I was there with right, hi, nice to meet you. This is the link where you can follow us. I can see you from Coventry. This is our next gig in Coventry, or if you're not there, you can it's a constant thing that you have to do, and repeat that daily, every day, until you get where you want to be. And I think that's probably the best little bit of advice I can give. You've got to be up for it, basically, and all or nothing.
I think I'm gonna have to. I would like. I stand by all of it as well, purely because I've lived it as well. I've done it. I've done Absolutely, exactly the same thing that you have done. I think it's not. I think you need to define the words "make it." So like it can, if your idea of making it is just playing one gig a week and spending time with your friends and family, then you've made it. If your idea of making it is making
where you want to get,
yeah. And I think the only reason why I wanted to say that is because for a long time I always asked that question of what do I need to do to get where I want to be, and it wasn't until I actually started asking myself, well, where is it I want to be, and then you start actually like processing the information, as opposed to like it just being a series of words of making it. It's more like, well, I want to sell out the main room at the Cockpit, which is no longer here. Rest in peace, Cockpit. But I want to sell it out. So then that then becomes like a bit of information and a target to reach for.
You should always have a target, step by step. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's it. That's everything you said was very true. But it's for me, it's having a goal at hand.
I think also you that appreciate how much hard work you're putting into it and support you as a musician. That made a big difference for me. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, or whether it's them, them good sort of, people who follow your music that keep following it because they really do, want to hear more and see more, and to have people behind you in that scenario really does help you put in that extra bit of hard work that might get you to where you need to be, whatever that goal is.
I think what you said, that makes so much sense to me as well. Like I pushed myself more when I had other people around me networking and like championing everything that I did. That's not to say brown nosing by any means. That it's just people believing in you as much as you believe in yourself.
Totally. No, it's making you feel like
because I think in the world that we live in now, especially more than ever now, actually, we have so much self-doubt, and when you've got someone that says that's good, that is, and you're like, really, and they're like, yeah, that's really good, and you're like, great, and then you put it out, and then other people go, that's really good, and again, it's not to boost our egos or your ego or my ego or whatever. It's just we're only human at the end of the day, and I think you're doing the right thing.
100%. It helps, because like you hit in a nutshell, it is purely just hard work, depending on what that goal is, or wherever that marker is that you've set that you want to get to. But it's hard. It's hard work, and it's unfortunately, not the best salary when you start off doing it. It's not about the money, but to be able to do it, full time and just survive with music.
That just goes back to my initial thing, though, is defining the words "making it." If the words are, in your eyes, to make it a financially viable solution to a job, then you need to work out the route that it will take to get there.
If you're covers or wedding bands and stuff like that, you probably make more money that way.
But it might just be playing once a week in your local pub. Then that might be your idea of making it. But again, it's just giving it a more defined outlook, as opposed to it just being
Yeah,
a series of
100%.
words that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
don't
It's
mean a
a
lot.
very broad question, but it's a very good question. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not knocking the question. The only reason why I wanted to put that context in is because everybody's guilty of it. It doesn't matter whether you're an
Yeah,
entertainer or you're doing anything. I think it's Anyway, we've I think we've
You've
you did a
run
really good
over.
job with that, mate. That's all right, man. You're worth it. It's fine.
Oh, you're
Let's
so
see.
worth it.
Let's see if there's a couple more questions. I'm sure there was. I should have had these ready, but I was too busy
Oh no,
gassing.
you're all right. No. I value your opinion, Mr. Dunwell. You know that.
Thanks, dude. I value yours too. Right, this question here from James, who was late, by the way, so I'm not even sure I want to read his question, but, I'm a nice guy. He said, ask Danny to name a song that he wished he'd written. So which song, any song in the world, that you wish you have written?
Man, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. I'm not even sure I can answer that question. There's two. I don't have a favorite song. I listen to so many different types of music. It's very difficult for me to pinpoint to pinpoint one of them. I probably couldn't put a nail on that question, to be honest. But it'd probably be something along the lines of Freddie Mercury's creations. There's so many of them that you've got songs like, I know everyone thinks Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a very cliched song, but to write a very orchestral piece that's like got so many different parts to it, that's sort of the pinnacle of musical genius to me, to be able to pull that off. So as a songwriter, it would be Bohemian Rhapsody because it's so difficult. But I'm not sure. It's a difficult one to answer.
Have a think about it and get back to us.
Yeah,
we'll keep the stream going until you come back to us tomorrow. We'll just sit and wait. We'll all wait here patiently.
No, it's a difficult question to answer. It really.
No, mate, that was fine.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking you.
I
don't know what I'd write. I honestly don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that as well. Mate, honestly, thank you so much for tonight. You've been an absolute diamond. Is there anything you'd sort of like to say or plug, or any final words, or just
that it's nice to see some familiar names and people commenting there. So thanks all for coming and keep supporting the channel and keep supporting the artists that come on here, and Matt as well, what he's doing. There's plenty of names on this list that I want to say hi and catch up with. So thank you all, and be safe, I guess. Yeah.
Brilliant, mate.
We'll see you next time.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. You've been brilliant. I loved hearing you play again, and you're a laugh a minute. So thank you so much for being extremely entertaining and just an all round nice guy, man. And I look forward to seeing what the future has to bring. Look forward to hearing new music from you. And yeah, man, you just keep doing your thing and stay safe and stuff. Yeah.
And as usual, we always had an eventful sound check, which I'm quite proud of.
Oh man. I mean, I already kind of touched on that. You're the second person to be late as well, man. Anyways.
All right,
it's all good.
Yeah, thanks for having us, buddy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll speak to you soon.
See you soon.
Take care, dude.
See you.
Bye. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. It's been a brilliant night. I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm now going to go chill out and just enjoy the rest of my weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it's just me on my own, and we'll be doing our weekly check-in meeting, and we'll just go through how the week's gone, and obviously I appreciate your guys' input, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you all tomorrow. If you're new here, by the way, please consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, thank you. Good night, everyone.